about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul. It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
Folks, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining in with us today on what is another Helping Hands for Cruising chat. Just keeping you updated with what's going on in the world of cruising, and with Helping Hands. Nice to see you here. Thank you all for coming in. And what do you know? First in the chat, Mr. Sir Jimmy of the Astute Tourist. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. You know what? You've made it to the Fair Star points. Coming in first up, as Joe will tell you, Fair Star is no longer sailing, so you have 255 trillion Fair Star onboard credit. So there you go. So nice of me. Having said that, mate, thank you very much for getting people to do the thumbs up thing. So really look forward to some good things. And welcome aboard, Joe. Nice to have you here. Jimmy, what do you win? I'll tell you what you win. Absolutely sweet FA. However, you have the knowledge that you were number one in the chat. Ooh, OBC. That's correct. G'day, Law. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for popping in. And today what we're talking about is things that have happened during the week since the last cruiseathon, and what's going on in the world of Helping Hands. So you'll see there are two QR codes. The one on this side here is for people who want to donate in Aussie dollars. The one on this side here is for people who want to donate in USD. We've got them both up there, so people in, whether they are in Australia or whether they are in the US, everybody can donate, and that's what we want. Currently, the final figures, for those that didn't know, on Saturday, our time, that was Friday night, your time, I was in a dress. Okay, I admit it. I had hair, I had makeup, I had a dress on, because there was a challenge set during the cruiseathon that if we raised $500, Michael Clock from Clocky's Adventures would be on, and he was on with a dress, and then if we raised another $500 on top of that, I would appear in a dress. Another $500, Dewey from Dewey Ski, he will have a dress, I believe. He's got one on order. And also another $500 on top of that would have seen Crystal from Destination Delight in a see-through bikini, I believe. And after that, another $500 on top of that. Kenny's dad, Pa, would be in a dress. He was most keen to get into the dress, so we'll see what happens. We raised $4,200 USD for the cruiseathon, and then there was another couple of $100 that came in after that. So right now we're sitting on close to $4,400, which is amazing. Jimmy's got a laugh. Joe's got a laugh. Laura's saying g'day to Jimmy and Joe. Joe is saying, Sean, as I said over on Jimmy's live, I'm excited to say I'll be heading on my very first cruise. Mate, that's awesome. Tell us more about the cruise, and where will you be, and where will you, what ship is it on? Well, if it isn't Danny D, the super spectacular supporter, let me say, Danny, thank you so much. Your help during the cruiseathon was absolutely invaluable. Joe saying g'day to Law, and also g'day to Danny, and Jimmy saying g'day to Law, as well as Law saying g'day to Danny. So there we go, lots of people saying g'day. So, okay, let me give you a rundown of what's happened so far. Since the cruiseathon, we ordered Meg to have a break, and she did that. And well, we tried to order Danny to have the same break, but you know Danny, she will do as she pleases. So she's gone, no problem, Sean, anything for you guys. Thank you. I did ask you to have a break, but you didn't. But that's okay. Jimmy is saying g'day to Danny. Okay, Joe is going on a piano cruise with a country music theme. It's on the Pacific Encounter, heading out of Brisbane on the coast of Queensland and back to Brizzy. Mate, that is going to be an awesome cruise, and let me tell you why. That ship, the Pacific Encounter, had another incarnation. It was known as the Golden Princess. More to the point, that was our very first cruise on the Golden Princess that took us to New Zealand, that got us hooked in cruising, mate. I'm telling you, you will absolutely love it. You will have the most awesomest time, let me say. Jimmy saying g'day to Joe. Meg did a lot. She certainly did, Danny. She was almost on every single live, and she did one or two herself, and I was hosting with her on a couple. Joe's saying g'day to Jimmy. Joe is saying price is $499 for the 3 nights. Mate, that's absolutely exquisite. Are you going by yourself, or are you going with someone? And I'm assuming $499 would be an interior room. Would I be correct? Jimmy is saying sounds like fun, and yes, it is fun. It goes right up around Brisbane, and it's I believe it's a cruise to nowhere. But it does do the circle and back again. Meg is stupendous, says Danny, and I could agree. Meg is the man, says Jimmy. Well, I'm hoping Meg doesn't hear that, because she whenever we say things like Meg is the man, she goes all shy. Meg's really shy, you know. Hey Sean chat. G'day Denise, how you going? What's cooking in the chat? Yep, nice to have you on board, and let's all say g'day to Denise. I want to thank Denise. She's a nurse, and so she's a busy lady. It's the interior room, and I'm going solo, mate. That's awesome. Well, being an interior cabin, the good news is if you like the dark, it helps you sleep. My suggestion would be, if you have the cabin TV set to the bridge camera, then that way you'll be able to know when it's daylight, because it streams in live. So have fun, see how it goes. Lord Jones, good morning to Denise. Larry says that means she's the best. Yup, she is. She surely is. Joe, I only found this cruise through a country music mad security guard friend of mine. Well, that's cool. It's fun. It's real fun. You're gonna have a ball, because what's gonna happen is you'll go on the cruise and it's your very first, so you're gonna see this ship, and make no bones about it. The Pacific Encounter is not a small ship. It's not a huge one, but it's not a small ship. And when you get on board, it can handle up to 2,500 people. And when you get on board, mate, you are just going to be, your eyes will just glisten. You'll have so much fun. Jimmy is saying, yes, Sean, nurses rock, and they sure do. So, Denise, don't argue. You guys rock. Oh, thanks, you guys. Well, there you go. See, you've been told. Don't argue. You are awesome. Okay, so what can I say? It's been a rather big week. So once we came down with all the people who were cross-dressing. Oh, by the way, we did have one other guy, Mike from Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Mike also put on the dress. He made $150, and so I'm incredibly proud of him. Thank you very much, Mike. It was greatly appreciated. All of those are going into the coffers. So right now we have a cruise going out in. It's going to be on Amy's cruise, and that cruise is Amethyst Hayes group cruise on the Carnival Breeze, going out on the 21st of October of next year, 2024. It's going out in 411 days. And why is that particular cruise significant? Because the 21st is just towards the end of when the inaugural cruise was about to finish. So the inaugural cruise that we had with Helping Hands was on the Carnival Horizon, and it was going to finish on the 23rd. This one is going out on the 21st, and it will be 2 years since the inaugural. So we're hoping that a bunch of people will be on that inaugural cruise, and some of those who were not on the inaugural cruise, who shall remain nameless by the name of Jimmy and Denise, we hope that you guys will also make that particular cruise as well. Danny's saying, you're amazing, Donna. You mean Denise? Denise. Bruce, good morning. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you on board. Joe is saying that he went to a car show on Saturday. What a day. Got to catch up with a good friend of his who's a helicopter pilot. That's awesome, Joe. Where was the car show? And did your mate fly in? Joe's also saying good day to Bruce, and Bruce is saying good day to Joe. So we've got, in terms of group cruises, so we will have Amy's group cruise happening in 411 days, and that's going to be amazing. Like I said, it is a rather ballistic cruise in that it will be 2 years since the inaugural. We're then followed by, in 485 days, by the Down Under Cruises group cruise, which is going out of Sydney. It's going on the Celebrity Edge, and it's going to be doing a 15-day, 14-night cruise of the South Pacific, and taking in places like New Caledonia, Vanuatu, and Fiji. And we're going to be stopping in Suva because Ilana has a special attachment to Suva, and so we will be doing a special, very special excursion round there. So that's going to be awesome. And then if I don't mention this, Bruce is actually going to shoot me, but it's going to be an exciting cruise as well, and one that goes on our bucket list. 648 days on, I forget which ship it is. I think it's the Norwegian Encore, but it's leaving out of Seattle and going up to Alaska. And that for us is a bucket list cruise. So here's hoping, Bruce, that we can actually get on that one as well. It would be awesome if we could. 648 days, and we're hoping to get a recipient on that one. So currently the board has approved one recipient to go on Amy's cruise, and we're looking at a second recipient right now to go on the same cruise. So both recipients are out of the US. So there we go, all exciting stuff. Okay, so Joe's saying that the car show was in Dubbo, and folks, if ever you get down to Oz, you need to go and check out Dubbo. It's an amazing, they've got an amazing zoo there as well. His friend flew in from Orange. Awesome. Did he fly himself in on the helicopter, or did he fly with, excuse me, one of the regional airlines? Joe's also saying if this first cruise goes well, he'll be doing one from Sydney to Moreton Island, which will also be on the Pacific Encounter. Mate, I can tell you now, you're going to be on that cruise. You will have such a good time. You'll be on that cruise. Oh, wow. He flew in on board his Robinson R44 Raven 1. That's a helicopter, folks. He flew in. Is it his own, or does he fly for somebody else? Jimmy, you have an awesome day, mate. Have a safe shift, and I hope everything goes well. No fires and nothing important to relate. Only being paid to sit on your bum and do time-wasting stuff. I'm saying that for a reason, because if he sits on his backside and he does time-wasting stuff, that means nobody's been in a car accident, nobody's house is caught on fire, there are no bushfires, and nobody's injured. So there you go. Have a safe shift, mate. Okay, so Joe is saying he doesn't own it, he operates it on behalf of the owner. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, says Jimmy. Joe, that's absolutely awesome that he actually flies it. And he's probably brought the owner into the car show as well, if that is the case. This is an important message from Stream Elements. It's saying, Helping Hands for Cruising would love to thank you for your donation. So if you have donated, folks, we'd like to thank you for such. If you haven't, we'd like to thank you in advance, because we know that you will at some point. Okay, let's get down to more of the nitty-gritty. Joe is saying that second cruise will be a good one, as there is a shore excursion to feed wild dolphins at Tangalooma Wild Dolphin Resort. Mate, that's so exciting, and you're going to love that. More importantly, you'll be able to have, well, you can already get them anyway, but you'll be able to have a bucket load of Moreton Bay bugs. And for all of those across the pond who don't know what Moreton Bay bugs are, they are, come on Joe, you'll agree with me, yummy. Okay, so now, some more news. So after the cruise-a-thon, we had Joe's just saying he's going to head off too. He's tired as hell, mate. You have a really good rest, and I hope your day tomorrow is a great day. This week, what happened was we had, as you may or may not be aware, we have had our application in to have our 5013C approved. It is currently in the works. It has now been sent off. Well, it went down to the state of Florida, and the state of Florida is now passing it on to national. So for those that are in the US, you'll understand all those technical things. The good news is the application is underway. Things are in the works. So as part of that, that now means that all we are doing is having a waiting game, and as soon as the 501c3 gets approved, we will then be able to do some much more intensive fundraising, and hopefully do what I would love to do, and that is get to a point where we can certainly get quite a number of recipients on board a cruise ship, whether they be in the US or whether they be in Australia, or anybody who's from Canada. If you want to host a cruise, by all means, be my guest. We'd love to have you on board for that. So that's the good news at the moment. It is in the hands of the Florida legislature, and as soon as they get it all approved, we should be moving that ahead. So, having said that, what else is going on in the world of HH4C? We've had another recipient be presented. It was presented to the board. The board are just doing some due diligence on it, and once that due diligence has been completed and we can get some good spaces happening, we will get our second recipient on board Amy's cruise ship, which will be absolutely amazing. You know, folks, at the end of the day, this Helping Hands for Cruising is a labour of love. Everybody involved in the board, and I'll let you into who's on the board right now. So the current board for Helping Hands for Cruising is obviously Ilana and myself. We've also got Dewey Ski, who is VP and is heading our US side of things, because we need to have some representation there. We also have Michael Ann, who's on Michael Ann Spelt Mama. She's also a board member and is doing some amazing work right now. Crystal from Destination Delights, she's in the board and is heading our marketing side of things. We've also got Meg, who is our busiest person. She does whatever the board requires and can do, and we're eternally grateful for her. And so that's Meg. Then we also have Josh and Chastity from the Moonlight Adventures. They are both on board the crew, on board HH4C, and are doing a sterling job as well. And lastly, we have a new couple on board, both Sharon and Gary from Cruising Scene, and it's Cruising Scene and Travel in Between. And they are doing some amazing things. I would like to say some prayers, because they just came back from a cruise, and what do you know, Gary is not well. He got the Voldemort disease, you know, the one that nobody wants to talk about. But he's in good hands, and he's getting better, and everything should be on the up and up there. So that currently is the board for Helping Hands, and if I've forgotten anybody, because I always have this feeling I've forgotten somebody, if I have, I apologize, but I don't have the list of board members right in front of me right now. There are some things that we need to get organized from the board in order to get our 501c happening properly, but once that's all in place, everybody should be happy, healthy, and well. Also, I'm carrying on from Jimmy's Cup of Joe, because I've got my own cup of joe. It's a latte I just made. And it is in Jimmy's favourite mug because it is the New Hampshire mug, which I got from a lovely couple called John and Nancy from J&N Travels. When we were in Florida, we got a chance to meet up with them, so that was exciting. Yes, so as I say, things are underfoot. We've got some great things happening. There is a cruise being spoken about right now. Don't know too many details about it, as in dates and times and all that sort of stuff, but I believe it is a rock and roll or rock tribute cruise that's going to be happening in November of 25. So we're just waiting on all the details for that to happen, and in principle it possibly may be supporting of HH4C. The thing we're waiting on for that particular cruise is the 501c. So folks, there's all our cards on the table. We're hoping that things happen, and once they happen, we will be moving in the right direction. Hey, those are the words of a song. Moving in the right... Wrong band. If Ross was awake, Ross would shoot me. What can I say? Bruce is saying it's the Rock Tribute Band Cruise. That's correct. And like I say, we're not 100% sure. We know which ship it's on. We just don't know when. So those details will be put forward a little later on, once we've got all our eggs in the basket and everything is working according to plan. Other than that, folks, what more can I say? But we're on the up and up. We're excited that we've gotten to this point. We will be more excited when we get more people on board a cruise ship. And what's going to happen in this time slot is more of the board members are going to take on time in Helping Hands, and they will be putting out various videos, whether they be interviews, whether they be talking to recipients, whether they be people who've been on a cruise and have been impacted by the cruise. So there's a lot of exciting stuff happening in this channel, and folks, we so look forward to having time with you and seeing what happens next. With that in mind, folks, I don't have much more to say. Suffice it to say, we will be spending time with Jimmy tomorrow night, and the Ducks will be back again on Friday evening. So welcome aboard. Thank you for your time, and we shall see you all then. Have an awesome day, and we wish you only good things to come. Have fun.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dreams a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise cruising one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands